Good evening, Chicago. Welcome to this week's StreetWise Street Scene. Hey, I want to thank CAN TV for giving us the opportunity to do our 12th season. This is our first show of our 12th season. So I want to say thank you very much to CAN TV for giving us that opportunity for all these years to bring to Chicago what we do here at StreetWise and definitely talk about our mission and how StreetWise can benefit those who are watching. The question is, well, what is StreetWise? What do you guys do? And I always say that StreetWise is an organization that helps men and women who are homeless or at risk of being homeless. We empower them through employment to help them become self-sufficient. Now, let's take the first part, homeless or at risk of being homeless. Everyone's at risk of being homeless. It only takes 1 second and the bottom can drop out from underneath us. But, you know, a lot of times we get so wrapped up in our daily lives and the hustle and bustle of the daily grind that we begin to take for granted a lot of things God has blessed us with. At one point of our life, we'll feel like the house will always be there, the cars will always be there, the money will always be there. Let's say mom and dad will always be there. And at that very moment, while we're feeling so grandiose about ourselves, we may see someone who may be struggling, someone who may be down and out, or someone who may be homeless. And somewhere inside, as we say to ourselves, or we said to ourselves, that can never happen to me. Well, it doesn't discriminate. It can happen to anyone. Let me give you some clear-cut examples on ways people can become homeless. Hurricanes, floods, fires, drug abuse, loss of jobs, bad economy, health issues, mentally or physically, or even divorce. These are ways people can become homeless. So I like to say StreetWise is for everyone. It's a means of financial, mental, and spiritual gain. But here's one of the things a lot of people don't realize about our organization. I guess it's based on the stereotypes or the lack of information or the lack of knowledge, is that you do not have to be homeless to sell StreetWise. You do not have to be homeless to be a part of an organization. See, the only requirement to be a part of an organization is the want and the need to better oneself. I mean, that's heaven sent for the sister who may have lost her apartment. She had 3 kids, no kind of income, and she has nowhere to go. She can come to our organization and generate and take advantage of the job opportunity. It's also heaven sent for the brother who may have been incarcerated for 5 years. He's rehabilitated. He's looking forward to doing the right thing when he gets out, but he realizes when he gets out that nobody's trying to give an opportunity, let alone a job. Well, that brother is able to come directly to StreetWise, generate a legal income by selling a magazine, but at the same time, gain the necessary tools it's going to take for him to move beyond StreetWise and use StreetWise as a stepping stone. And that's where our Work Empowerment Center comes to play. What's available for our vendors in the Work Empowerment Center? Well, they are able to use free usage of the computers. We do one-on-one tutoring. We have a social director of social services who can help them with jobs, education, learning the computers, to use this as a stepping stone. We also have a volunteer, Patrick, who helps our vendors with resume, putting together a resume. And we all know one of the things that we don't look forward to. You know, we look forward to getting the job, but we don't look forward to doing the resume process if we don't know how to put one together. Well, Patrick helps our vendors go through that process, fill in the gaps, and put together a resume. So that's what we have available at our Work Empowerment Center. So we always like to say that StreetWise is more than a magazine. We want to be able to help you use StreetWise as a stepping stone. Now, we have a lot of formerly homeless men and women who sell StreetWise. Keyword is formerly. How did they become formerly homeless? They use StreetWise as a resource to get out of that situation. We did a survey, and the survey said, I sound like Family Feud when I say that, but no, we did a survey, and the survey said that 68% of vendors said before they came to StreetWise, they were actually living in the streets. But because they was able to sell the product, it helped them get a hotel room that night, and the next night, and the next night. In some cases, they were able to put some money to the side and literally get a studio apartment. We also have vendors who sell StreetWise who have never been homeless a day in their life. Why do they sell StreetWise? Well, so they can keep their place. We always say bills have to be paid. We have vendors who sell StreetWise who are working at getting their GED. We have vendors who sell StreetWise who have part-time jobs outside of StreetWise. They sell StreetWise for extra income. Now, that number is getting smaller, Chicago, because, you know, like I know, today people are losing their jobs. People are getting laid off. People are getting fired. I'm proud to say that StreetWise vendors are working. So we have vendors that have part-time jobs outside of StreetWise. And believe it or not, we have some vendors who sell StreetWise who are in college. I'm just trying to give you a round estimate how our vendor force is. So if you pay attention to the stereotypes, you would think that all vendors were homeless, which is not true. The ones who do well with our organization are ones that, number one, they treat it like a job. They treat it like a business. And they have a hand up, not a handout. I'm very proud of of our vendor force, and I'm very proud to be a part of the StreetWise organization, because our goal at the bottom line is to help men and women who come to our organization become self-sufficient. So there you go, Chicago. That's our mission, and that's what we do at StreetWise. We're an organization that helps men and women who are homeless or at risk of being homeless. We empower them through employment to help them become self-sufficient. Now, we are at a new location. StreetWise did make that move last September. We've been at a new facility, and this is where we're located. We're located at 4554 North Broadway, Suite 350. Our phone number, give us a call. If you have any questions or comment about StreetWise, 773-334-6600. We're in Uptown, and Uptown has been awesome. You know, it's been a great location. There's a lot of different social services in the neighborhood, and definitely inside the facility, the building, our office building where we're located at. Lyft, Inspiration Cafes, these are other social services that we use to network with, to do cross referrals with. So that is our location, 4554 North Broadway. StreetWise is definitely in the Uptown area. Now, we talk about a job opportunity. If you're sitting home right now and you're watching this show and you're wondering how you're going to pay the bills, you just got laid off, and then you probably thought that you had to be homeless to sell StreetWise, and you are looking forward to a job opportunity. Now, like I said, we're not trying to keep you there for the rest of your life, but if you come to our orientation and you attend our orientation session, what I'm going to do, Chicago, I'm going to give you $30 worth of magazines free to get you started. Okay, $30 worth of magazines to get you started. After that, you're going to be responsible for keeping the business going. Okay, you would buy the magazine for 75 cents and it sells on the street for $2. That means $1.25 goes directly in your pocket. Okay, and we talk about treating it like a job and running the business, and that's what I consider all StreetWise businesses, businessmen and women and entrepreneurs. So if you'd like to be a part of our organization, this is what I want you to do. I want you to check out this flyer. We're talking about Chicago Goes to Work. So can you. Become a StreetWise vendor. We'll help you get started. See, your first 15 magazines are free. Now, that's worth $30. What are the benefits of becoming a vendor? Well, you'll be able to work for yourself, work at your own pace, set your own hours, start immediately. Everyone qualifies, no exception. The vendor orientation is held every Monday and Thursday at 10 a.m. at our headquarters, 4554 North Broadway. 4554 North Broadway. Okay, Chicago, we know it's about the future and being able to take advantage of technology. And that is one of the ways StreetWise we're stepping up our game, and we're working with social media. Okay, so this is where you can find StreetWise. We're on Facebook. You can find us on Twitter, and you can definitely find us on YouTube. And if you like other information about our organization, definitely check out our website. Our website online is www.streetwise.org. Check out our website. I'm very proud of our website. It is very through our website you can learn about our upcoming events, you can learn about our history, you can learn about how to volunteer, how to donate money to the organization, you can learn about our staff, you can learn about our board members, and most definitely you can learn about our vendor force. Now, snap a picture of your vendor and send in that photo yourself and your regular StreetWise vendor along with a brief comment about your interactions with that vendor. I want you to send those pictures of that vendor and yourself to B. Langmeyer at streetwise.org. B. Langmeyer at streetwise.org. As the magazine comes out, we come out every Wednesday at 7 a.m. Every week our vendors have something new to sell. They have something new to promote. They definitely have something new to offer their customers. So I want you guys to send in that picture. One more time, I'm going to put it up here again. Send in that picture of you and your vendor to B. Langmeyer at streetwise.org. That's Brittany. Brittany is the one who puts together our magazine, and she'll definitely work with you as far as getting you in that picture in our magazine that comes out weekly. So one of the things that we deal with at StreetWise, I'll talk about the stereotypes, and stereotypes have been, since the doors opened in StreetWise in 1992. But the vendors who do well are the ones who what we call bust and smash those stereotypes. Okay, for example, they sell the magazine. They don't sell homelessness. They work it like a job. They're very conscious about their appearance, and then when customers see that they do that on a consistent basis, they tend to help support that vendor's business on a weekly basis. Now, the people who are out there making it bad for the real vendors are not even vendors, okay? These are the people who may have a 2-month-old magazine, they don't have a badge, and they're not really concerned about our code of conduct. They're really using it as a hustle. So, you know, we tell those men and women, if you're going to do that, hey, do it the right way, or we may have to follow up and go to other measures, and we don't really want to do that. We'd rather people come and do it the right way. So, Chicago, I want to educate you right now, and I want to let you know what to look for as far as knowing what is a real vendor and who is not a real vendor. To be a real vendor, you must have this right here. Now, you see we have 2 badges. The first badge is an official Streetwise badge. Okay, this badge has been on the streets for 10 years, but we renew these badges every year. Every year, that vendor goes to a year review where they sit down with our case management. They sit down with myself, do a one-on-one year review, and we update that badge. So it is their name is on that badge, the badge number, the expiration date, and their position. So if they don't have this badge, don't buy a magazine from them. In fact, tell them to come down and do it the right way. Now, the other badge, the orange badge, is a training badge. It happens to have my name on it right there for the demo. But it'll have that specific vendor in training's name on there, and it'll have an expiration date. Now, these badges are only good for 2 weeks. In orientation, we set goals for the men and women who are in training. And if they achieve those goals, we reward them with an official Streetwise badge. So these are the 2 Streetwise badges. Chicago, look for this badge. If they don't have that badge, then don't buy a magazine from them. They're not legit Streetwise vendors. Another question that I get when I'm out in the public a lot is, where does the money go? You know, when I first started doing this 11 years being in charge of our vendor force and really getting out in the public, I would attend CAP meetings, and every community in the city of Chicago has what they call CAPs, and that stands for Community Alternative Policing Strategy. And the people who attend these meetings are business owners in the community, police in the community, politicians in the community, and residents. And they don't just talk about Streetwise, they talk about all kind of things at these meetings. They talk about business, crimes, economics. Streetwise comes up because there are vendors in the community. So I would attend these meetings to educate the public about our organization and also to answer questions that they may have. And I found out that going through these meetings that some people actually thought that Streetwise gives the vendors papers. At the time when we started, it was papers, not with magazines, but we give them magazines, and the vendors would go out and sell those magazines, and they bring the money back to Streetwise. And throughout the week, they will give them a place to sleep on the floor and give them some sandwiches and some bus fare at the end of the week, which is not true. So with that platform, I was able to educate the public and let them know that our vendors, you know, they buy the magazines and they sell them on the street, and that there are businessmen and women and entrepreneurs. So in our magazine, we have a section where we show you where that money goes. Where the money goes, the vendors buys the magazines for 90 cents. It sells on the streets for $2. That means $1.10 goes directly to that licensed vendor. Now, that's a heck of a commission, heck of an investment, however you want to title it, going right into that vendor's pocket. So we let you know where that money goes, Chicago, and we also let you know that our vendors are businessmen and women and entrepreneurs. One of our famous sections in our magazines, and what popular sections, is what we call our vendor profile. Every week we highlight a different vendor. So we highlight that vendor, we give them the background, because I realize a lot of people love taking that window of opportunity to look at a vendor's life. What is your history? What kind of jobs you had in the past? If you were homeless, how did you become homeless? How did you get out of this situation? Or are you still homeless right now? Or what are your goals and your aspirations? And we give them that window of opportunity with our vendor profile. So Chicago, we want you to, you know, to learn about our organization and what we do here at Streetwise. So if you have any questions, you know, give us a call. Give us a call and to Streetwise, and we will answer any questions that you may have. That's right. Come on down to Streetwise, and I want to thank Can TV for letting us be a part of your lives. And this is our 12th season. Look forward to seeing you guys every Friday at 6 p.m. Until next week, stay focused, keep it real, stay Streetwise.